you're gonna win? Did they tell you that it could be over? Over and done before you begin. Everything you know will not prepare you. Nothing's gonna change if you resist. Everything you got, bring it on, we dare you. Nothing could compare to this. It's an avalanche. It's a critical mass. It's a massive attack. It will kick your ass. Bring the fire, take no chances. Start the fight, we'll bring your answers. Whoa!
Awareness of the many individuals that saw the conversation that Crimson and I had in the elevator. The bird shows pride and greed. Unfortunately, I'm not surprised. The honesty is what took me back just a bit. Crimson, I'm glad you're being honest with me. It takes a lot of willpower to do that, but how about you be honest with yourself? When is the last time you truly looked at yourself? Selfishness doesn't look good on an immortal. Immortals, like yourself, are supposed to give, not take. An example is a dragon. Dragons live for a very long time, but they are not immortal, hence the point. They have hordes for multiple reasons, not just looking at shiny objects all the time. But Phoenix, you're acting like a crow. You see something shiny, you think it's worth something, so you want to take and keep it for your own. If you're gonna act like a crow, I'm gonna treat you like a crow. You want a shiny object? Then keep looking at my cuffs when I enter that ring tonight. I'd say it's only you, but it isn't. I'm calling you out too. I want to make sure you watch this. Already told you before I came out here to make sure you're watching that screen. I'm gonna punch the little puppy of yours. You know, the one that ran away. Victor. This is all to make sure that you understand that I don't mess around. You want to make this a big team? You want to have a dog on your side, right? Well, no. You did have two, but one ran away. So I'm going to make sure that you get it. I got to make sure that your mind is fully focused on the actual team of the club. And y'all about to think I'm done, right? Nah. Hey, Victor. Understand we about to go fisticuffs. Make no mistake about it. I'm not letting you go off easy either. However, I'm doing this so I can make you listen. I'm not done with you after this. We're going to have a conversation. And I'm making sure of it.
Welcome into Friday Night Flashbang, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Eric Erickson, and we just heard from the #1 contender, Spectrum, who is calling out Victor Vicious, the former, as they called it, dog of the club, now trying to break away, but with not a whole lot of help. Although we heard from Brawl Kaiser, he might be the only person on the planet willing to help Vic break away from the shackles of the club, much like he helped the Madness break away from those same shackles of the cartel way back when. But tonight, Spectrum looks to send a message both to M and to Crimson Phoenix, the man that everybody said Crimson couldn't beat one-on-one. Well, Spectrum is attempting to do that here tonight in our main event. It will be the former heavyweight champion Victor Vicious versus the new #1 contender, the winner of the Monster Mash, Spectrum. And that's not all, folks, because we will also send somebody else to Multivania in an upcoming showcase match. We've got matches galore, but let us start off with that aforementioned showcase, and let's see who is punching their ticket to Multivania's King of the Showcase, because it's next. The following contest is an 8-man showcase match. It is a qualifying match for the King of the Showcase match at Multiverse. Introducing first, weighing in at 245 pounds, Alexis Edmonton.
And here they are, Alexis Edmonton, who over the last couple of weeks has tried to pick up a win in this showcase match to punch their ticket to Multiverse, will tonight be the night. And the list of competitors that have qualified for that match continues to grow. It might be the biggest King of the Showcase that we've ever seen. And it takes place in just a couple of weeks' time at Multiverse.
And introducing second, representing Apex, weighing in at 222 pounds, he is the Sunken Sea Captain, Zephyr Tail.
And keep in mind, Apex has more than just this showcase to deal with. Celicia Eclipse has made it her mission, for whatever reason, to target Mizuki Napier, and last week had some fire returned to them by Labris, as Labris picked up a big win over the aforementioned Celicia Eclipse, but she has not stopped her quest. And wherever Mizuki is, she's got to have eyes in the back of her head, because Celicia has shown she's not afraid to take a shot at her back.
And introducing third, weighing in at 327 pounds, the Cleaver.
The man who has recently helped Bully Dog avoid Sergeant Major Payne in that Big Roof Championship, but now, after a title opportunity of their own, remember the winner of the King of the Showcase match is guaranteed a world title opportunity. Speaking of Sergeant Major Payne, last week M with the Galaxy Brain Strats, winning the account and perhaps ending Sergeant Major Payne's hope at challenging Bully Dog at Multiverse. We had an opportunity to speak to Major Payne, and they said that they would not go quietly onto the sidelines. Whatever that means, I'm sure we'll find out here tonight. And introducing fourth, weighing in at 247 pounds, he is the Cult Classic, Henry Cole. So here comes a Cult Classic, another man who is a legend in showcase matches, but has to qualify all the same for the King of the Showcase match. And we will see if he can make that dream a reality here tonight. Cole hasn't had a world title opportunity since he challenged Nero Napier for that title many years ago, and he would love to get back in the title conversation. And the immediate glare over at Alexis Edmonton, those two have a very long history. And introducing fifth, representing the forces of nature, weighing in at over 500 pounds, Big Rock. Perhaps the King of the Showcase in reputation at the very least. He won the first ever showcase match in Flashbang's history. It was an over-the-top rope battle royal for that first showcase. But a man with more wins than almost anyone in MNW history when it comes to showcases. Also a former winner of the Monster Mash, a former tag team champion. And introducing sixth, representing the Cyberbots, weighing in at 232 pounds, Cool J. Kyo. So Kyo, entrant number 6, and the Bots have been trying to get one of their representatives in the King of the Showcase match for a while. We've seen Controller and Sid both try to get into this matchup, and now Cool J. Kyo will take a crack at it.
If you smell rock, it's cooking.
And introducing seventh, representing Hell's Kitchen, weighing in at 249 pounds, he is the head chef of MNW, Samuel Manatee. The chef is here to deliver, hopefully, a victory for himself in this showcase match. So we've got 7. Manatee Kyo, Big Rock, Colt, Edmonton, Cleaver, and Zephyr Tail. 1 to go, and it's already stacked. What? And introducing A. Representing Warzone and VIP, weighing in at 233 pounds, he is the VI Pharaoh, Hosir Terran. I'm sorry, what? That is insanity! Ozir is on Flashbang! And here we go, folks. Who do you like? It's going to be Edmonton starting it off with Big Rock, Cool J Kyo, and Zephyr Tail. Manatee going after the Warzone Invader, and it was Cleaver and Colt for a second. Ozir, I believe the first Warzone competitor ever to try to qualify for the King of the Showcase. Remember, Ozir invaded along with the rest of VIP a couple of months ago. And that is not a good sign if Warzone starts to get involved in this showcase. And Manatee now going after Big Rock. Big chop into the corner. And now Cleaver after the arm. Now look at a drop kill on the back of his head. And there goes Henry Colt. Cleaver up over the top rope. Colt now the chops to Big Rock, trying to take the big man down up on the shoulders. Oh, and a Michinoku driver sits him down. And Cleaver going after Terran. The former heavyweight champion and trios champion. And now look at Big Rock fighting out of this fallaway slam by Alexis. And now Colt going after Edmonton. Big forearm taking down their rival. A scoop slam to Zephyr. And now a clubbing blow by Big Rock. Trying to take out Henry Colt. Again, this is an elimination style match. Only one will be left standing at the end of it, and they will qualify for the King of the Showcase match at Multiverse. But the story here, folks, Ozir Terran coming over from Warzone once again, trying to punch his own ticket to Multiverse. Cleaver getting a gut shot. Oh, big power slam by Big Rock. And now the suplex there to Kyo. Oh, looking for the axe kick. Kyo gets out of the way. And now Edmonton with a shot to the gut of Big Rock. Oh, a flipping Uranagi there by Zephyr Tail to Manatee. And Terran wants to get him some. And while Edmonton trying to get rid of Big Rock. As I said at the top of the match, one of the most prolific showcase performers in our history, and Terran knows that as well. Chair shot to the face of Big Rock. Now the neck breaker there by Auzier taking out Kyo. And now takes out the legs of Manatee. And look at Edmonton finding Henry Colt wherever he is. Into the ring he goes. And a double axe handle to Big Rock. And Colt gets out of the way and wants no part of Edmonton. Instead, gonna work with the cleaver to chop down Manatee. And there's the roll-up by Kyo, turned over by Zephyr, and again by Kyo. And a meat hook. Looked like Auzier was able to duck it. Meanwhile, Graven Allen tweeting out on social media, quote, "Twice now, Auzier? Best be careful, tempting fate can have consequences." And speaking of Honor Bound and Graven Allen, as we watch, Cleaver grabbing Big Rock, looking for the choke slam to hell! Honor Bound and the club will do battle, a singles match to determine the man advantage in War Games at Multivania. And now Auzier for a suplex on Manatee as Big Rock takes out Edmonton. Chopping down the cherry tree, Manatee able to counter. Big clothesline to Tehran. Double team on Big Rock by Cleaver. And Colton, the Justice Driver! Edmonton trying to take out Colt, legs, you gotta count, and a kick out. Colt thrown down. And, the backbreaker off the knees, Tehran. Catching the bot right in the back. And now Auzier back in the ring. Here comes Kyo. Big forearm shot and a power slam by Edmonton. Meanwhile, Cleaver going for the ride. Looking for this Liger bomb. Cover. And a kick out at 2. And now that kendo stick to Cleaver. Well, Edmonton looking for Henry Colt once again. And throws him right into Zephyr Taylor and then the running neck breaker. And now Zephyr looking for that shot to the face of Edmonton with the steel steps. Meanwhile, Manatee setting up a table inside the ring. And now Manatee chef special to Cleaver. Into the cover. Legs, where are you? Like Zephyr might have broken up that pin. Might have been an accident. Now look at Henry going to work on Edmonton. The forearm shots to the face. There's the belly to belly by Manatee. Zephyr going after Colt. Edmonton sitting at the table. There's a kick by Colt, the right hand, and a double axe handle. And there's our first elimination. And a clothesline by Colt trying to get rid of Edmonton. Oh, but a kick out. Walk the plank to Big Rock. And he kicks out. The Cleaver has been eliminated. So the Cleaver sent back to the showers. And a power bomb to Colt. And now the Trials of Osiris locked in on Cool J Kell, but he stays in it. And now Colt taken out by Edmonton. The cover. And Edmonton gets rid of Colt. Henry Colt has been eliminated. And now styling on him as Henry has to roll to the back, and I'm sure he won't like that it was Edmonton. And now Zephyr kicks out of the Big Rock cover. And oh, Edmonton in some trouble. Rock in a hard place. Into the cover, one, and a kick out at one. And now Edmonton rolls to the outside, but there were steel steps there. That's not going to feel good. Zephyr tried to take out Cool J Kyo. And he got him.
Cool J Kyo has been eliminated.
And now Auzier going after, no, Edmonton. And the double team by Zephyr and Alexis. Good scoop slam there, and then the leg drop. Chair to the back of the skull. That clothesline to Zephyr. And now the face off the knee. Edmonton sent into the barricade. Big Rock and Manatee now with ideas. Here's some shots for Zephyr. Clothesline by Auzier. And the Pharaoh looking to put Edmonton away. Oh, but Big Rock runs him over. And now trying to get rid of the VI Pharaoh. And a kick out. And now Edmonton in and then back out of the ring. Going after Zephyr, and Manatee says, hey, get out of here. And now Big Rock trying to get rid of Auzier, and a kick out. And now Edmonton looking for the Mad World. But Manatee breaks it up. Just for good measure. Maybe didn't like that Edmonton was getting in on their territory. It is elimination though, so that didn't exactly help Manatee. And now Edmonton. With Big Rock with those steel steps. Zephyr knocking them away. And now the roll up on Zephyr. Oh, and Edmonton went for the senton and landed on the steel steps. Shots to the gut, Manatee staggered. And now Tehran, Trials of Osiris. The armbar locked in. And Zephyr hangs on. And a boot to the head. And now Manatee getting dragged by Edmonton face first into the post. And now going after Tehran, Snapmare. And Big Rock gets an elimination.
Zephyr Tail has been eliminated.
And now Auzier. Oh! The judgment of Anubis. And then the reverse DDT. And now Edmonton down. With a kick out. And then Tehran into the post. And then thrown into the steps. Edmonton off the side of the apron. And a drop kick to Big Rock. Now a stomp to the face. Auzier able to knock away those steel steps, but Big Rock now going to do some damage. Edmonton with a toe hold. And now looking for this fall away slam into the side of the apron. Meanwhile, Tehran with that kendo stick beating down Big Rock. And now here comes Alexis. Looking for the elbow, nobody home. Down goes Auzier, down goes Alexis with that kick from Big Rock. And Now the kendo stick. Alexis dodges, but not the clothesline. Now the roll-up trying to get rid of Big Rock. And a kick out by Big Rock. And now here's another clubbing blow that takes down Auzier. The headbutt to Manatee. Manatee down, count of 2 and a kick out. But there's the Justice Driver. Auzier's down, count of 2, kick out. And the former heavyweight champion showing you why. Rock in a hard place to Manatee. Legs trying to get through the debris. Manatee's gone.
Samuel Manatee has been eliminated.
And that means Auzier is just 2 people away from becoming the first Warzone competitor to ever qualify double axe handle to Big Rock. And if I'm Alexis and Big Rock, I'm trying to get rid of the VI Pharaoh right now. Boot to the midsection. Was looking for the judgment of Anubis. Instead, he's going to get hit with the Mad World. Bridging into the pin. Goodbye, Auzier. Go back to Warzone. And the kendo stick knocked away. Orochi's bite to Big Rock. Hook of the leg. 1, 2, got him. Alexis is going to Multiverse.
Here is your winner, Alexis Edmonton!
Alexis just went crazy! What a match! And ladies and gentlemen, as Alexis punches her ticket to Multivania, who else will be able to lock down a spot either in the King of the Showcase or perhaps, if you're Sergeant Major Payne, finally get the big OOF championship match that you wanted for weeks? But we talked a little bit about when we saw Zephyr Tail, the rivalry brewing between Celicia Eclipse and Mizuki Napier and the rest of Apex. Well, Celicia has some words for Apex.
Apex is the consequences for my actions. My darling Flashbang, have you not been listening? Have you not been paying attention? My dears, you have raised Apex and the darling Mizuki so high, you do not seem to think that I may have a plan. When I first invited Mizuki to dance, I said that I would go through anyone to get to her. That anyone being Apex. How can I regret my choices, darlings, when this was the plan all along? Darling Eric said discretion is the better part of valor. Some may see this as reckless, but in truth, I consider myself to be wise. I get to practice before my dance with Mizuki. I get to dance with those I have never danced with before. I know I backed out of that ring when I was fighting a bull. But, my dears, that was so I could bring out the woman I really want to face. and have her make an appearance. And though I lost the first Apex dance, it was a lesson, darlings, and the fact remains the same. Darling Mizuki, I look forward to our dance, though the rest of Apex gets their turn first. See you in the ring, my dears.
Well, it doesn't sound like Celicia Eclipse is going to back away from Apex at all. And folks, coming up next, we already know that the Princedom will go 3-on-3 with the Authority for the Trios titles at Multiverse. But here tonight, Sir Percival goes 1-on-1 with the Juicy One. And here we go. And immediately Citric out of the gates trying to charge at Percival. And that is not going to end well. Percival able to see that coming, as well as that drop kick. And out of the cover, one, and a kick out at one. Now a collar and elbow tie-up, kick to the gut. Looking for the scoop slam, and then falls on top of Citric. And now around and around and around we go. Meanwhile, tweeting out on social media, the head chef somehow with time to prepare tonight's meal, saying, quote, dinner is served, a full pasta bar, carbonara, Diablo shrimp, chicken parmesan, clam linguine, dessert is tiramisu, and gelato. And now raking the nails down the back. Up over the top. And a shot to the face. Citric. Dropping him across the outside part of the ring. And now back in goes the Juicy One. Double XL missed. Oh, the drop kick to the back. And now there's the elbow to the spine. And now looking for the figure four on Citric. And locks it in. Citric nowhere to go, but there's the right hand, staggering Percival. Oh, he got caught! Nice charge out of nowhere! Citric goes down, two, and a kick out. And now maybe looking to take the Juicy One's head off. Oh no, wait a second! Looking for the sword in the stone! Cover! And a kick out by Citric. The former interdimensional champion and current trios champion stays alive. And then nobody home for the splash. And Citric clotheslines Percival out of his boots. And now trying to juice him. And now the count of 7. Percival still down on the outside. Can they get up? Count of 9. He's telling him to get back in the ring. And he just barely beats the count. And now from behind, rolls up Citric, who didn't see him get back in the ring, but a kick out at 1. Citric tried to pull an M, was looking for the orange crash, collar and elbow tie-up, and then just takes down Percival. And now rolls him over, count of 2, kick out at 2. And now trying to put the foot on the right, ref, kick out at 1. Legs never saw the feet on the ropes. And now throwing the arm against the canvas. Percival picking him back up. Oh, look out here, looking for the sword and the stone. A second time on the logo. Hook of the leg. 2. On a kick out by Citric. Percival now to the top rope. Telling the juicy one to get up. He's going to launch himself with a crossbody. And now the boot to the midsection countered. Belly to belly. A stomp to the back of the head. And now Citric saying to get up. Boot to the midsection, Citric. Looking for a power bomb. And now he does it on the logo. Forearm to the face, the cover, and a kick out. And now Citric's starting to get a little frustrated. And now maybe looking for the Sunny DDT. Into the cover. 1, 2. Citric picks up the win. Here is your winner, the Citric King. The Citric with the win and shows off the guns. And ladies and gentlemen, we heard from Celicia Eclipse earlier tonight. Well, Apex did not take it lying down, and tonight, you want to talk about trios, legendary trios in MNW history? Well, it doesn't get much more renowned than Doom, former trios champions, who will take on Apex. Mizuki's got backup, but so does Eclipse, and we'll find out who they bring to the ring next in tag team action. The following contest is a tag team match scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, being accompanied to the ring by Satiris Basilicus the team of Mizuki Napier and the World Heavyweight Champion, the Crimson Phoenix, Apex. So Satiris, the man that Macabre had targeted weeks ago, and Mizuki, the person that Celicia Eclipse currently is targeting, along with the World Heavyweight Champion in Mizuki's corner. Good luck, Doom. And introducing their opponents. Being accompanied to the ring by Magic at a combined weight of 597 pounds, the team of Celicia Eclipse and Michael Macabre. So Eclipse bringing out Macabre, and here's why this is interesting. Not only do they have a history with the Minotaurs, but Macabre, if they win the King of the Showcase match, and if Crimson Phoenix defends successfully against Spectrum, this would be your new #1 contender for that world title. So it's going to be Crimson Phoenix starting it off against Celicia Eclipse, and a heck of an opportunity for Doom for both Eclipse and Macabre. And there's the Hurricane Run of the World Champion. And now face first goes Eclipse off that face buster, and then the moonsault. Phoenix trying to take out Eclipse, and there's the headbutt. Here's the chops by Eclipse. Forearm shot. And a tag made to Macabre. Look at him look over at Satiris. How close Macabre came to beating the streak of Satiris, who remains undefeated in MNW. Mizuki not wasting any time to break that up. A stomp to the back of the head and a glare at the Harbinger of the Apocalypse. And now perhaps a preview of the future. Now keep in mind, if Crimson defends at Multivania, if Macabre can win the King of the Showcase, that means Macabre would get a title opportunity at the Halloween Breakdown. How apropos would that be? The same Breakdown Halloween special where Crimson initially won that title. Or rather, I should say, where Nero Napier won that title. Apex, a lot of history at that Halloween episode of Breakdown, and here comes Mizuki. Up on the shoulders, and then flips him into a neck breaker. And now trying to pick up Macabre. Mizuki off the ropes looking for the boot. Nobody there. And now Macabre trying to beat down Mizuki. And now whips them into the corner. Tag to Celicia. And now Eclipse with the double axe handle off the middle rope. A forearm to the throat. And a clothesline to Mizuki. A clothesline over the top, and this is what we wanted to see. And now Mizuki trying to take out everybody in Doom. Macabre with a counter. And there just gets hung up to dry, and Mizuki has got to keep herself focused on the legal manner, in this case, the legal woman in Eclipse, who now takes advantage. And the cross body to Mizuki. Mizuki not sure to what to make of this display. And then a right hand as she pops up. Tag to Macabre. Mizuki trying to make the tag. But look at Macabre cut off the ring. Crimson and Mizuki, not a ton of tag experience together. And Doom's veteran experience in tag and trios matches showing off here. Into the cover. One. Kick out. Looking for the senton. And a kick to the head. Oh, look out here, twisting him over, inverted Boston Crab. But, Macabre pulls the leg out from underneath them. And a silence, mortals to Mizuki. Cover, and Crimson breaks it up. And now Macabre dragging Mizuki towards the center of the ring. And look at Satiris trying to get involved, trying to scream at Macabre, who pays him no mind. And a chop to the throat. Clothesline ducked. Mizuki looking for the backbreaker. Tag to Crimson. Was looking for that mandible claw. Crimson said no. Couple of body blows to Crimson. Macabre the right hand. And a toss. And now Macabre with Crimson up, looking to roll some bones. There's the cover. One. Mizuki breaks it up. And a tag made to Eclipse. Remember, Spectrum will also be in action later tonight in our main event as they go one-on-one with Victor Vicious. The club's former pet now turned adversary. There's the Poison Rana. And a springboard. The bottom rope moonsault missed. Eclipse rolled out of the way. Into a back suplex. And now a moonsault to their own that Crimson moved out of the way of. And trying to crawl to Mizuki. Cut off by Eclipse. And now the draw. Looking for the drop kick, missed. And now tag made to Macabre. And a shot to the leg. Gonna roll to the underside of the ring. And now forcibly trying to bring them back. And again, Satiris just irate on the outside. To the top rope. Macabre doesn't go up here often. Double axe handle countered. There's the drop kick, lands on their feet. Whipped into the ropes. Slides underneath. Oh, he got super kicked in the face. But then able to make the tag, and now here comes Eclipse at Napier once more. Uppercut. And now wait a second, the coil! The coil locked in on Eclipse! Could this be it? But Eclipse able to counter. And now look out here, it's Eclipse's turn for a submission move on Mizuki. And now Crimson gonna rush the ring and break it up. And now Mizuki down, the cover by Eclipse, 2, and a kick out at 2 9/10. Delicia could feel it. And now up on the shoulder, slides down Mizuki. Clothesline into the neck breaker, and then another clothesline. And now Mizuki could be in some trouble here. Another submission. Mizuki trying to get the foot on the rope. Trying to reach for it. And the referee breaks it. And now a tag made. Crimson out of nowhere. Tonta-bodied. Eclipse got caught. And now the Phoenix effect. Cover. And Macabre dives in there. And now Phoenix to the top rope, and this could have been disaster for Apex, but it could turn into a win. The Phoenix down. 1, 2. Phoenix nearly had Eclipse. Boot to the midsection, shoved into the ropes. Here come the forearm shots. Off the ropes. Luthez press. And now the boot to the midsection. And again. Looking to set her up in the corner. Face first into the turnbuckle. And Eclipse able to block the boot. Shoving Phoenix out of the corner. And look at Satiris now. Screaming at Eclipse. And this happened to Mizuki earlier. Got distracted by Macabre. And now it's Satiris distracting Eclipse. And now rolls to the outside. And now a springboard. Nobody home to the outside. Eclipse sending Crimson into those steel steps. And now rolls out of the way. Looking for the drop kick. And now trying to tap out Phoenix on the outside. And now the counter by Phoenix. Able to shove them away. Phoenix back in. Eclipse back in. Well, almost back in. Look at Mizuki! Mizuki! Caught her as she was trying to get in, and that's going to be a count out! Mizuki screws Eclipse! Here are your winners! The team of Mizuki Napier and the Crimson Phoenix! Apex! Mizuki stopped Eclipse from getting into the ring! And Eclipse is furious! Back-to-back weeks, Eclipse has come up short, but that one was dirty, and Mizuki doesn't seem to care. And ladies and gentlemen, we know that coming up later tonight, we will have a one-on-one match to determine who will have the advantage at War Games, and apparently, M has some thoughts on the matter.
Raven Allen, a true man defined by his accolades. Shall we go through them together? I remember your match with Lord Prinny at Multivania. Biggest of your career, you buried him 6 feet into the dirt. And for one whole weekend, the Empire shuddered at your presence. Only for Earl King to take his place. Not much of an impact, was there? Then there was your big moment at Multivania against Victor Vicious. Truly, the fire burns always. But you left empty-handed. Unfortunate that Artemis was there to rectify your mistakes, right? And when that all fell through, your plan was to rely on Honor Bound, with your good friends DeLuna, Sajar, McMorgan, and Oh, right. Of course now, Bulldog would rather see you all crumble beneath his feet as he continues to work with his friends in the club. These, Graven, define your career. A man who gets so close to the moment but can't catch it. And yet, you're holding the titles. Don't they feel a little too light in your hands? The weight behind what they're worth is sullied in your dead fingers. And so the poison drinks down deep as we choose our champions to see who has the advantage in War Games. You don't even know if I'm going to throw the match, just to give you some confidence. For when I defeat you at Multivania, I want you to remember me stepping over, looking in those soulless husk of eyes you have, and watch my smile crawl on my face as I claim the titles again. The difference between you and I, Graven, when I bury people, I make sure they stay beneath me.
And with some very strong words ahead of this upcoming match. Ladies and gentlemen, later on tonight we will see who the club and who Honor Bound send out as their representatives. Again, the man advantage at Multivania is at stake. However, that is the tale for later on tonight, because coming up next, triple threat action featuring 3 of our brass briefcase competitors Two of them were teammates last week, but tonight, it's every man for himself. We send it down to ringside for the introductions for this next match. Yep. We send it down for the introductions after we get some cameras backstage because, of course, we have another incident. Ladies and gentlemen, more backstage shenanigans. The Club and Honor Bound. There's the number one contender, Scotty Stevens, who will challenge for the interdimensional title at Multivania, but helping out the Club here tonight. And it's Graven, the man that M called out just moments ago in McMorgan. And then, of course, Tyson Smythe, the self-proclaimed leader of the Executive Club. And this has been a week after week after week incident. These two teams hate each other. And now McMorgan with a shot. Tyson able to roll out of the way and into a big back elbow. And now maybe with some bad intentions with that ambulance. A chop and then a DDT. And now Tyson trying to drag McMorgan back over towards Stevens. Telling Stevens to get some licks in. And then a kitchen sink to the gut. And now it's a jawbreaker counter by McMorgan. We don't even know the official teams, but we can assume that McMorgan, Graven, Sajar, and Quiltusk will be the team for Honor Bound, but the Club with some decisions to make. We know that Tyson Smythe and M no doubt will be involved in that War Games match. And now trying to drag Tyson towards the car. And a drop kick to the side. And folks, this could go on all night, but we are going to have to take you to ringside because we have a match coming up next. Just absolute pandemonium here. You gotta love it, folks. You just gotta absolutely love it. I'm sure one of these days we'll be able to get through a segment and not have any backstage brawls, but leading into Multivania, not so much. Let's send it to ringside for the introductions for this triple threat match, and it's next. The following contest is a triple threat match scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, weighing in at 249 pounds, representing Doom, he is the Night Reaper, Zarakis. Zarakis, entrant number one into this triple threat match. He was on the losing side of that six-man tag match last week. Looking to get back in the win column. And introducing second, Weighing in at 245 pounds, he is Mr. Friday Nights, the Sandman, Damian Anderson. Anderson, who told House Caliban, do what you want, I'm focused on me and that brass briefcase. It has been a long time since Anderson has been a champion. It was back in his Time Bandit days, but as a singles competitor, he's had one world title shot in which he came up short. And he's looking to grab that brass briefcase and perhaps propel himself to another title opportunity, be it tag, trios, or individual gold. He wants it around his waist. And introducing third, weighing in at 233 pounds, Mr. Enigma. Another man that has had a shot at the World Heavyweight Championship. Remember, they challenged the Crimson Phoenix a couple of breakdowns ago. That's where Victor Vicious made his return and attacked Phoenix Enigma following that matchup. And now with an opportunity to grab a briefcase that could propel them towards another title opportunity as well. So who do you like? The Night Reaper, the Sandman, or the Smooth Operator? And here we go. Sandman going right after. Oh, Mr. Enigma on a clothesline there. Taking down the Sandman. Derricus. Enigma sliding down the back. Nice counter on that one. And now a shot to the spine. Sandman. Then off the ropes, counter. Derricus up over the top. And now here comes Enigma with the scoop slam. And now whipped in off the ropes. Looking for another scoop slam. This time Anderson counters into a reverse DDT. And here comes Derricus. Elbow to the face. And now up on the shoulders. Clothesline by Derricus. And a super kick to the jaw. Inzagiri. Knocked that away. Again, triple threat match. No disqualification. Kendo stick is legal. Now trying to pull at the arm, and now a shot to the side. And Derricus shooting the arrow. as they watch Nigma taking out Sandman, whipped into the ropes. And now here comes the Night Reaper. The kicks. And now up on the shoulders, spun around, and a knee to the neck. Here's the rights and lefts. Look out here. Clothesline to Sandman. Meanwhile, tweeting out on social media, M saying, quote, "So Honorbound has revealed their hand thanks to Eric Jan Erickson. Good work. Your bonus tonight will be paid handsomely." I mean, those are the only 4 official members of Honorbound outside of their alliances, so I guess I'll take free money for you not watching the show, I suppose. And oh, wait a second! Sandman was going for the rewind and is countered into a tombstone! But a boot to the head stops the pinfall attempt. Meanwhile, Victor Vicious tweeting out on social media in response to Spectrum, quote, "All you angels and demons are a dime a dozen, but there will only be one bad guy." And now dragging Sandman towards the corner. That didn't work out well. Shot to the skull of Sandman. Didn't even feel the baseball bat, but he felt that one. And now knocks it away. Going after the knee. And now the nerve hold by Sandman. Here comes Nigma, back in the ring. And now a shot to the gut. Look out here. Looking for a fever dream on Nigma. Rolling him over. Cover. And now breaks it up. Hugging at the arm. Elbow stagger Zerikis. And now tossed over the top rope. And oh, what a kick to the head. And now that corkscrew splash. Hook of the leg. 1, 2, and a kick out at 2. And oh, wait a second, float over. Liger bomb to Sandman. 1, 2. Zerikis just barely breaks it up. Now the Dragon screw to Zerikis. And now the cross body. The chop, the right hands. And the side slam to Enigma. And now, oh, looking for the cross body. Boot to the head of Sandman. And now telling Enigma to get up. And oh, the wheel kick. And now looking for a kendo stick. Trying to take out Enigma into the cover. Here comes Sandman. 1, 2. Zerikis nearly had it at 2 with that kendo stick. And now from behind. Look out here. Now he's looking for the rewind. Cover. And a kick out. And a nice back suplex there to Zerikis. Enigma trying to take out Sandman, who's now trying to drag Zerikis towards the center of the ring. Didn't see Enigma from behind. And there's the chop. The counter. Dropping into the leg. Gonna rip that hamstring. And oh, wait a second. There goes that Liger bomb again. 1, 2, and a kick out. Ducks underneath the clothesline. And there goes Enigma with their own. And a kick to the head. Another couple of kicks. And now a kendo stick. Right to the head of Sandman, who counters. And now the bat. Oh, the bat wins. Bat beats kendo stick. But he got caught. Xerxes is out of time. Enigma dives in. I didn't even see Enigma come in from the side of the screen. Super kick. And now a couple of right hands. Staggered. And now clap the cheeks. Up on the shoulders. Down they go. And he got caught again. Another. Out of time. Cover. 1, 2. He got him. Here is your winner, the Sandman, Damian Anderson. Sandman is determined to write his own history going forward. And certainly he looks as focused as he has ever been. And ladies and gentlemen, while Xerxes is probably going to be disappointed with that outcome, they certainly have some thoughts that they want to reveal to the multiverse. Let's take a listen to what the Night Reaper has to say.
Oh, the brass has a wicked sense of humor, don't they? Putting together that little tornado tag match, putting me with that Fae and the devil. Gluttony and pride incarnate, those two. Not considering others in their own little egotistical warpaths. Kathgena refusing to help anyone, trying to eat through everyone else. Lucius deciding to attack me for what I can only assume is no other reason than his inability to let past grudges be. And all of it culminating in that. It's reaching a point with them, you know, where enough is enough, and that time, it grows ever nearer. And now the field is filled, and one thing remains. What has the brass decided is a worthy prize? Nothing, because they don't decide. We decide. We don't know what's in there. We're not fighting for a specific belt here, are we? We're fighting for something that'll do what we want. And I know what I want that briefcase to do. Do you?
And ladies and gentlemen, perhaps Xerxes knows that briefcase could be his opportunity to do what the 64-man tournament could not. A rematch with the Crimson Phoenix, but this time with a title on the line. But folks, coming up next, Mr. Lawson and the rest of the club have had Victor Vicious under their thumb for a long time. But that might be coming to an end, and part of the reason why is there is one man on this entire roster that has refused to let Vicious's past define his future, and that is, and I'm sorry to say it, the good boy, Brawl Kaiser, because there is no other way to describe that altruism than good. Brawl Kaiser has put himself in the line of fire once again, and tonight, another champion, one of the trio's champions, looks to carry out Mr. Lawson's dirty work when they go one-on-one with the Brawling Star. The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, representing Flow, weighing in at 241 pounds, he is the Brawling Star, Brawl Kaiser. Go, go, Brawl Kaiser. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. And introducing his opponent, representing the Authority, weighing in at 230 pounds, he is 1/3 of the trio's champions, Demolition Fox! Once again mocking Alpha Kong, the MNW legend. And here we go. The right-handed demo. And the knees right to the spine. There's the springboard. Was looking for the head scissors, and demo able to counter. And now the springboard got caught. Power bomb off his shoulder. Now after the leg goes Kaiser. Able to get the knees up on that one. Demo with a drop kick to the head. And again taking out the leg. And a shooting star. Meanwhile, the Fae Queen tweeting out on social media, "From broken realms I seize my time. Stars like runes from the life I've learned. The continued commitment to misunderstanding is most refreshing. Each promise carved into my bones. The little nightmare should remember where he belongs." Eric, have you considered a side hustle as a wordlock? It pays very well. I can't say that I've considered it, no. And look at Brawl pop right back up. Trying to feed on the energy of this crowd. Whipped off the ropes, drop kick, though sends him into the ropes, and now Demo trying to slow things down. And now the springboard, there's the head scissors that Brawl was trying to do earlier. Meanwhile, Victor Vicious tweeting out on social media, quote, also, Spectrum, you intend to fight me one-on-one, or you get number 1 M and the rest of the KND to come out of your clubhouse to save you. Oh, and there it is! Able to wrap up Brawl 1, 2, and a kick out. That was in response to Spectrum tweeting out, quote, I'm afraid you should be resting in peace. It's sad that you can't, Skeleton. Apparently not focused on Victor, which they should be, at a kick out at 1 there. Meanwhile, M tweeting out on social media, clever Victor. But I do make a good Nigel Uno. After all, I am number 1. But what does that make you, Victor? Not even worth being in the club? Time to grow up, bad guy. And now the elbow to Brawl, drop kick blocked. Now the Russian leg sweep takes down Demo. And now looking for the he was looking for the Hurricane Rana, and this time he gets caught. Just like the opening part of the match. Look out here, Demo! Got him again with the Hail Mary. And now looking for the last resort. Into the cover. 1, 2, and a kick out hit 1. Brawl not messing around. And an Enziguri. And now, Demo with the counter. And now looking for another last resort. Will that do it for Kaiser? 1, 2, kick out again. And a stomp to the leg. And now the springboard into the moonsault. Right hand, look out here. Looking for the last resort again. Into the cover. 1, 2. Brawl kicks out. Again. Impossible. Off the ropes. The leapfrog. Hurricane Rana. There's a shot to the head. Look out here. Look at the Cosmo impact. Able to slide down. Brawl off the top rope. Double axe handle. And now the counter by Demo. And now back into the ring. Whip to the corner. Turns him around, shot to the back. And now going after the leg of Brawl. Drop kick. And now kicked away. You can see that took a lot out of Demo. Now whipped off the ropes. The drop down. Leapfrog. And a Hurricane Rana of Brawl's own. And now the kicks to the head. Trying to rally off this crowd. Gonna go for that Cosmo impact a second time. This time he hits it. Holding on. And he got him. Here is your winner, Brawl Kaiser. with the win. And as he often is, a thorn in the side of evil everywhere he goes. And tweeting out on social media, Brawl saying, quote, "If you're so desperate for Tyson's approval that you let him pose you as a bootleg action figure of his own teammates, you should have asked Tyson to show you some of Alpha Kong's moves, if Tyson even remembers any part of his old teammates besides the ones he can exploit." Well, ladies and gentlemen, from one member of Flow to the other, because Brawl isn't the only one that has to deal with the cronies of the club. The Madness, who has been trying to figure out what has happened to Defunct, has been nipping at the heels of the Funky One and feels like he's getting close to a breakthrough, but he is sick and tired of waiting. So tonight, the Madness has a message for the Funky One.
Funk, you and I go back a long way, farther than the other members of Flow. You, myself, Kuso, we were all employed under Vader, after all. Which sounds stupid to say it out loud. I've learned a lot from this roster. The Gales, they taught me how to fight beyond my physical limits. Nitzig taught me how to be ruthless. Victor taught me how to hate. Brawl taught me how to love. Mirror taught me honor. You, though, you taught me how to have fun, cabrón. You taught me how to enjoy this wonderful career we made for ourselves. I don't know what is up with you, but I miss you. And if El Phantasmo won't show itself, then I'll do things the good old-fashioned way. You poisoned my body, and the loss of your friendship poisons me mind and me heart. I don't know how I'm gonna do it yet, but at Multivania, I'm gonna cut the head off this snake. You and me. Extreme Rules, Hell in a Cell, Mierda, get Mirror, and I'll take you both in a handicap match. I don't care. Duck me, and I'll find you backstage. Just ask your buddy Max. It'll be you and me and Multivania. And if you don't want that, then you'd best not show up, cabron. If you're broken, I will put you back together. If you're an imposter, you will be broken. You're my friend, and I will fight for you, and I will bleed for you, and I will die for you if that is what is needed. But if by some small chance that there are no more secrets between us, no men working in the shadows and behind masks, if by some small chance this is what you really want, then you are no longer my friend. And I will make good on my promise to burn the club to the ground and bury your ashes! You want to be a member of your big fancy club? Then I've got 2 words for you, cabron. On sight!
And the Madness delivering the, oh, wait a second. Oh, from behind! Defunct didn't like those words at all. The Madness cutting a promo, and here comes Defunct. Defunct out of the crowd. Madness saying he was going to burn down the club, and if Defunct wanted to stay with them, he would put his ashes with the rest of them. He said Extreme Rules, he said handicap match with the Mirror, whatever you want. And now trying to inflict pain on Defunct, his former teammate. And a hip toss. Now a right hand taken down. The Madness. Madness was out here spitting fire, and Defunct was tired of it. And now Defunct again with a gut wrench to Madness. And now whipped in off the ropes. The hip toss. And now Madness. Looking for the drop kick, and look at Defunct just walk away. The disrespect to the Madness, and now looking for a power bomb. And a big splash to the Madness. Here's the springboard and a drop kick to Defunct. And now whipped into the corner. There's the kick. Defunct about to catch this somersault. Let's get topsy-turvy with it, and now Madness. Camel clutch on Defunct. Oh, and here comes the wiggle. That devastating submission move. And now to the corner. Trying to tune up the band on the Madness for some sweet shin music. And now submission locked in. Trying to tap out the Madness. Who's able to counter. You can see the effects that DDT had on him. Oh, wait a second. The Madness got caught in counters. Super kick. Madness playing possum. Upsy daisy. How do you like him now? And now the stomp. And now able to break the hold. And sweeps the leg, and these two are just going to keep going at it. Security rushing down to the ring. This is just pandemonium, folks. Well, ladies and gentlemen, coming up next, if you can believe it, we're more than halfway through our show already. And we'd like to remind everybody that tonight's episode of Friday Night Flashbang is brought to you in part by Lowe's. Lowe's! But why? And I want to apologize for what's about to happen.
I'm back, and I'm better than ever. Got a knack for making things better. Face facts, 'cause your opinion don't matter. This a maniac is gonna step on whomever. It's time getting live, 'cause I'm gonna make it change. Kicking ass, taking names, cleaning house all the favors. I'm burning out the dead wood, burning down time. 'Cause it's only my word.
Greetings, Flashbang. My name is Mr. Lawson, and I am the hand-picked representative of the brass. Now, apparently, some of you forget how things work around here, and that the inmates do not run the asylum. This is not Warzone. We do not simply come out here and propose matches and think they will happen. So, Madness, here's what I'm going to do for you, since you want to get your hands on Defunk so badly. If you can win your singles match next week, I will let you pick any stipulation you want against Defunk. But if you lose, I will grant that opportunity to the Funk Master himself. Now, coming up next, we have a very important match. As you know, we haven't had many War Games matches in the history of MNW, but at Multivania, we will have yet another. And tonight, the Club and Honorbound do battle to determine who will have the man advantage in that matchup. But as we can see, Legs, I have been concerned with your performance recently, and even tonight, I have concerns about run-ins and other dysfunction taking over this match with so much at stake. So what I have done is proposed an idea to the brass that will ensure that this match is not interrupted or ruined. And that is because Legs' services will not be required, for we will have a special guest referee to ensure that we know who will have the man advantage at Multivania. Which brings me to my last point. Sergeant Major Payne. I gave you an opportunity, you worthless Warzone reject, and you pissed it away with a countout. M had to compete after dealing with backstage brawl after backstage brawl, Honorbound's unhonorable tactics. And you still could not get the job done. But I am nothing if not a pious man. The brass has informed me that apparently they don't like the way things went down. So here is what we are going to do. Later on tonight, since the Madness is obsessed with chasing ghosts, we are going to give you a preview of something you might not remember too well. A preview of your past, the ghosts of your past. Because tonight, M will be in tag team action with Red Star Roman against the International Combat Club. And I think you know what that means. It will be you and your old pal, Nice Ice. And I'm sure you'll be able to handle things from there. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is all.
I'm back, and I'm better than ever. Got a knack for making things better. Face facts, 'cause your opinion don't matter. This maniac is gonna step on whomever.
And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. No introductions needed. A special guest referee match, and look who it is. It's the Bully Dog, the former member of Honorbound. And we've got Sajar and Rico Rose representing their respective teams in a rope. Wait, that's not a rope break. That's not even close to a rope break. So Sajar now trying to pin Rico again. One, and a kick out. The Rico Rose representing the Executive Club, Sajar representing Honorbound. The winner of this match gets the man advantage in War Games. Bully Dog, the former member of Honorbound, the special guest referee. So far, one accurate pin count and a questionable rope break. Off the ropes, look out here. The drop kick to the face. And now taunting. Look out, wait a second. Bully up over the top rope. Throwing Sajar. Now the count out. 2, 3. What is he doing? 5, 6. And Sajar back into the ring. And now into the cover. 1, and a kick out at 1. This is just ridiculous. And now a couple of shots to the gut. Drop kick to the face. And now trying to wrench on the arm. And now wait a second from behind. No, the Dragon Suplex. And Bully just with a smirk as Sajar and Rico back to their feet. And now a shot to Bully. And down goes Sajar. And now, Rico with a collar and elbow tie. Got to be feeling good about his chances. And now Rico whipping Sajar in, and the big forearm. The cover. 1, 2. Oh, and a kick out. Sajar nearly got screwed by Bully. Having to work doubly fast. Oh, this could be bad news. Rico, the wing clipper. 2, 3. Come on! You've got to be kidding me. Here is your winner, Rico Rose. Honorbound just got screwed. That was an absolute joke. That cannot be allowed to stand. You've got to be kidding me. And speaking of the Big Roof Champion, apparently after that, he's got some words ahead of Sergeant Major Payne's upcoming match.
Oh, so close. Oh, that's gotta hurt, man. Oh, God. For the life of me, I cannot imagine how someone could be that stupid. Oh, my God. You fell for the oldest trick in the book. Jesus. Oh, Em, my friend, thank you so much for dealing with this pest. Really, thank you, sincerely. Payne, I need you to take a step back and realize your mistake, because it's pretty fucking obvious. You were so fixated on getting another shot at me and my Big Roof title that you let all of this boiling hatred that you have for me for some reason, you let it cloud your judgment, and in the end, it led to your downfall. Like, did you honestly think it was going to lead to a victory? Come on, man. But you know what? Let's take this as a blessing. Because now, Multivania will be that much better. Because you won't be a part of it. Oh, thank God. Now I can focus on finding an opponent worthy of fighting at Multivania. Someone I can duke it out with, mano a mano, for the Big Roof Championship. Oh, it's going to be so great. And you, Pain, you can take all this with you back to Warzone. And know that this title is being represented on the real show. The A-list show. Where it belongs. Because just by being on my shoulder, it has gained basically more popularity, more attention, and more prestige than it's ever gotten on Warzone. And honestly, you should be grateful for that. But you're not. You're just a bitter little skelly man, aren't you? And the bitch is that you're not even the most popular skelly man around here. Either way, have a nice day. And remember, this is my fucking yard. Roof, roof.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, at a combined weight of 623 pounds, the team of Nice Ice and Sergeant Major Payne, the International Combat Club. Ladies and gentlemen, hell has officially frozen over. Nice Ice and Sergeant Major Payne have hated each other for quite a long time since the ICC turned its back on Sergeant Major Payne, but now forced to reunite by Mr. Lawson. But can these two coexist long enough for Sergeant Major Payne to get another crack at Bully Dog? And folks, we haven't seen these two side by side in a very, very long time. A ghost of Sergeant Major Payne's past, as Mr. Lawson put it. And introducing their opponents first. Weighing in at 305 pounds, representing the Executive Club, Ones to the sky for M. The 1%, as the Executive Club likes to call themselves. He defeated Sergeant Major Payne via countout when nothing else would seem to keep Major Payne down. And technically,
did what he was supposed to do, keep Sergeant Major Payne from winning via pinfall or submission or even countout. But the brass seemingly went to Lawson and said, that's not how we want to do this. Thank goodness there's some semblance of a check and balance here. But now Major Payne has to deal with Nice Ice. And can they coexist long enough to get Major Payne what he wants? And the thing to keep in mind back on Warzone, M has never, and I repeat never, beaten Nice Ice. Could that be the equalizer? Or will Red Star Roman be the man that helps propel M to his first victory over Nice Ice? And introducing his tag team partner, weighing in at 267 pounds, Red Star Roman. And Roman does not look very happy to have to deal with this mess. Again, he has nothing to do with Sergeant Major Payne. M asked him to handle that for him. And as a result, Nice Ice came to the aid of Sergeant Major Payne when Roman did as he was told. Bully Dog and Roman looking to attack Major Payne with a chair. Nice Ice making the save. And now he's been roped into this kerfuffle. So Major Payne going to start it off, and it's going to be M. Our singles match from last week is how we started in this tag team match. Roman and M versus the ICC, I suppose? An electric chair drop starts it off for Major Payne. And now looking to do some early damage to the enforcer of the Executive Club. And kicked away. And nice jawbreaker counter there by Major Payne. Looking for the flip over. Nope, DDT by M. Able to counter that float over reverse DDT. And now the elbow, the right hand, the chops. And now driving Major Payne into the canvas. And now tag to Roman. Remember, Red Star Roman talked to M a couple of weeks ago, said, show me your ways. Teach me how to be the champion I want to be. M, a former world champion in his own right, a heavyweight champion on Warzone. Into the cover. 1, 2, kick out by Sergeant Major Payne. And right now, Warzone's finest getting the boots from Red Star. And now off the ropes. Nobody home. And a right hand. And a, headbutt to Major Payne. Nice Ice looking for that tag. But Major Payne wanting to inflict more damage. Hurricane Rana to Roman. And now here's what we want to see. The tag to Nice Ice. Wait a second! Nice Ice dropped off the apron. And Roman tagged in M. Nice Ice ditching Major Payne. It was a setup. Major Payne now trying to regroup.
Nice size ditching Sergeant Major Payne, and he might have just screwed his Multivania title opportunity. And now the drop kick by M into the cover. 1, 2, kick out. And now Nice Ice as he walks up the ramp with a smirk on his face. Some things never change. He screwed Major Payne again. Was this whole damn thing a setup the whole time? Kick to the head of Major Payne. And now Payne in a 2-on-1 situation. And hung out to dry on the top rope. And now face first into the turnbuckle, the right hand. Oh, the clothesline. And now looking for the power bomb to M. And an elbow to Major Payne. In there against the former heavyweight champion. And that's before we even consider there's a fresh Red Star Roman on the outside who doesn't look very happy about this at all. And there's the howitzer! Major Payne's gonna do it! But Roman again, the numbers advantage. And now he's got him up top. Looking for that backpack stunner, the Blitzkrieg! Counted legs! Please! 1, 2, go! Oh, he was right there! Come on! And M looks like he's out of sorts. And now he's got him set up again! Looking for that hanging cutter! Count it, please! Please! Oh! Major Payne taking every shot that time. Basic training. If he can isolate M, he might have a chance. There's a nice neck breaker. And now trying to stretch out the head of M. And Roman doesn't even look like he wants to make a tag. Pulling out of the way. There's a clothesline to M. Couple of body blows. There's an elbow. Moves out of the way. Boot to the midsection. There's a chop. And taking down Sergeant Major Payne, who continues to fight despite the numbers. The leapfrog. Ducks underneath the clothesline. Boot to the midsection. Oh, he was going for the howitzer, but countered. And now a tag made to Roman, forcing Roman into the matchup. Look at this, looking for a doomsday device. And now Roman looking for the Iron Curtain. And a Red Star Powerbomb. 1, 2, kick out by Sergeant Major Payne. Now Major Payne trying to go after Roman. And the howitzer countered. Drop kick. Now the inside part of the leg. Again, Roman very disinterested in this match to begin with. and just keeps staring back up at the ramp. And now looking for the springboard. Able to kick him right in the head, but he didn't get all of it. And an elbow. And now to the inside part of the leg. Trying to twist on that ankle. And now there's a super kick! Taking out Major Pain into the corner. A right hand. Tag to M. But no double team. Oh, the howitzer! Howitzer out of nowhere! Cover him, Pain! Just cover him! He's got him up! Twisting him around! Blitzkrieg! Cover! Please! And Roman breaks it up! Reluctantly, but I don't know if I would have tagged M back in. Howitzer! Pain, cover him! Towards the corner! Might be looking for basic training! Will this be enough? Major Pain looking for revenge! And he got him! Basic training! I don't believe it! Do you believe in miracles? Here is your winner, Sergeant Major Pain! With all the odds stacked against him, Major Pain 2-on-1, and he survives! And as the International Combat Club's music rings out, somehow, some way, M still has never beaten Nice Ice! Absolutely insane! And ladies and gentlemen, coming up next, it is now time for your main event. Spectrum called out Victor Vicious to start off our show, and that is how it ends. Meanwhile, tweeting out on social media, all Sergeant Major Pain can say is, well, nothing. Silence. An absolutely incredible upset. And now, after taking a 2-on-1 situation, is that enough to make the brass reconsider his contendership against Bully Dog? But folks, we send it down to ringside for the introduction to this main event match. Can Spectrum do what Crimson has never done? And that is beat Victor Vicious without outside interference. It is extremely technical, but technically Phoenix beat them in a fatal 4-way. Spectrum trying to beat them one-on-one with no one at ringside to prove a point to Phoenix and show M that he can make the dog heel. The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, representing the Executive Club, they are the #1 contender for the World Heavyweight Championship, weighing in at 233 pounds, Spectrum. Spectrum trying to do what few have ever been able to do, and that is beat Victor Vicious one-on-one. Vic even tweeting out earlier tonight, would Spectrum be alone? Would they have the club waiting in the background? Well, we are about to find out. Meanwhile, M, who tweeted this out prior to his matchup, quote, official members only, War Games for the tag title. On his way to the ring, weighing in at 272 pounds, Victor Vicious. Here comes the bad guy. Meanwhile, tweeting out on social media, Sergeant Major Payne saying, quote, I redacted, told you I could redacted do this, you redacted piece of redacted, you ice. And Payne, who was confused why Nice Ice helped him in the first place, now understands. And here we go, Spectrum and Vicious, the big boot. Spectrum able to move out of the way. But they're going to learn the hard way that Vic was champion for almost 4 years for a reason. And a stomp to the midsection. Meanwhile, Michael Macabre tweeting out on social media, if anyone remembers their history, Victor needed the cartel to try and beat me and failed. There's a right hand. Ooh, a chop to the chest. And a double axe handle to Spectrum. And now Vic to the corner, waiting for Spectrum to get back up, and now a running head of steam, looking for a vicious clothesline. But Spectrum able to counter, but then immediately in some trouble. Reverses, fall away reverse DDT. Remember, Vicious was a part of the club, still technically is under contract with the club, but trying to break out on his own. Not one for following orders. And now Spectrum to the outside. Going to do more of the club's dirty work while also sending a message to Crimson. Now trying to stretch him out. Meanwhile, M tweets out, quote, maybe you're worthy to lose to the big roof champion. Thanks for the big payout at the betting tables, Payne. If you somehow win, I might actually try next time. A likely story from a very upset M. And now thrown into the ring. Now Vic Tied up by Spectrum, able to fight out of it. Daggering Spectrum and then boots them right in the head. And there's the vicious clothesline, decapitating the number 1 contender, and now trying to drag them away from the ropes. And now from behind was looking for that sleeper hold. And now look at Spectrum, gonna try a submission move of their own. Pushing them over, almost an Indian deathlock. And Vicious trying not to tap out and does not. There's a right hand, couple of kicks, and ducks underneath. And a boot to the head. And now turns over Spectrum, elbow. And now looking for the back elbow, that was blocked. Up on the shoulder, Spectrum, shot to the back of the knee. Into the cover. 2, kick out by Vic. And now runs into a shoulder tackle, looking for the roll up here on Spectrum. 1, 2, and a kick out. Now it's Vic in trouble. 1, 2, kick out. With a big suplex, taking him over. And now another crossbody off the springboard. Looking for that big swing, but able to knock them away was Victor Vicious, and now this could be trouble. Vicious, the last rites on Spectrum, who counters it. Somebody did their homework. And now a rake of the eyes. Victor not afraid to play dirty. And again to the back of the knee. And now the chocolate zombie tweeting out to M. Quote, hope you put in more effort than what you get. You're behind 1-on-1 after we keep our belts. And now here comes the big swing. Down goes Vic. This could be it. Into the cover. 2, kick out by Vicious. And grabbing him by the throat. Vicious clothesline blocked by Spectrum. Shot to the spine. Off the ropes. Drop down. And Vicious counters. A front slam by Vicious. Kick to the head. And trying to drop the leg. And a drop kick by Vicious. Back and forth they go. Kicks to the arms, trying to cover up. Big kick to the face. Spectrum gonna try again. Looking for another big swing. Down they go. Into the cover. Will this do it too? Oh my God! Here is your winner, Spectrum! And now Vic trying to fight back. And a shot to the gut. Here comes the club. And that's Lawson. Lawson out of the back. Lawson, Smythe, and Spectrum putting boots to Vic. Madison makes an appearance, neck brace and all. And Spectrum with an insanely huge win. Victor Vicious getting a taste of his old medicine, the numbers game. And no one to help Vic, and conveniently Brawl Kaiser already put in a matchup earlier tonight. Meanwhile, tweeting out on social media, M saying, quote, "Big talks for one without the advantage. We will make sure when you hand them back to us, we scratch out your names on it." Meanwhile, tweeting out on social media, Sajar saying, quote, "Lawson, you have now entered the hunt grounds and attacked another. You are now fair prey." I think Lawson finally was frustrated enough with Brawl Kaiser, the one to help Victor Vicious. But ladies and gentlemen, we still have a couple of weeks to go till Multivania. More competitors to qualify for the King of the Showcase, and now our title matches are set, with the exception of the Big Roof Championship. Has Sergeant Major Payne done enough for reconsideration? All that and more we will find out next week, because right now we are out of time. My name is Eric Jan Erickson, and we will see you next week. Good night!